Good morning. It is currently 5:30 in the morning. I'm incredibly tired because today I am going fishing. Now, I haven't been fishing in quite a few years, so this is going to be a different experience for me, at least in terms of stuff I can remember. So, I'm up this early mainly to prepare all my stuff because I didn't do that yesterday, which would have been a smart idea. But unfortunately for me, I don't prepare my stuff that early, so I'm going to try and rush to get all my stuff prepared to actually go to the boat in order to go out and go fishing. So I'm gonna see if I can catch anything. I haven't had the best luck with catching fish over my 21 years of living, so I'll see if that can change a little bit. But mainly, I'm just gonna do this to try and get some footage of like fishing and just the enjoyment of it, because I know that a lot of people out there enjoy fishing for many different reasons. I just enjoyed fishing because it let me spend time with my dad and spend time with the people that I did it with. So I'll see if I can do it this time again because I'm doing it with my workmates, just as a get together and I guess a kind of bonding experience, which is really nice, not gonna lie. So we'll see how that goes, and I'll see if I can get at least a decent amount of footage of going out there and going fishing. So I hope that you guys enjoy. So, yep.
Now, kind of as I explained in the beginning of the intro, I haven't been on a boat in the past 5 years. So during this experience and going out on the water again, first thing I kind of had to get used to was the waves. Now, we're about 5 kilometers out, and the waves weren't exactly heavy, but they weren't exactly calm water either. So for the first, I give it a good half an hour, I was just trying to remain stable and not make a fool out of myself by slipping backwards and falling on my ass, or slipping forward and falling overboard. Thankfully, during these clips that I recorded, I was able to edit out a majority of the times that I nearly slipped in, which was probably half a dozen times, to save myself from the embarrassment of it. And during the time that we were fishing for 7 hours, the three species of fish that we were trying to catch were snapper, gurnard, and kahawai. Now, these were not very difficult to catch with the specific bait that we had, and it was quite an enjoyable experience. The one thing I'd have to say is it's very hard to get a hold of them and unhook them when, if you're not careful, which I was for my first time, you can grab them with your bare hand. Not something I would recommend, and you can cut yourself. Again, something that I did before I realized, thanks to one of my crewmates, that I could just grab a rag and hold them with that. Something I did afterwards, but learned a valuable lesson. Don't just grab fish because their scales are not smooth. They are actually quite sharp. Now, hindsight's 2020 in terms of sun protection, because in the past, I say in the past like month, I've been severely sunburned as of like 2 times, one of which I made a video on. And knowing that my burns were caused from me not putting enough sunblock on for the duration that I was out there, and being the fact that I'm going to be on a boat in the water, sun reflecting off the water for 7 hours, I thankfully was smart enough this time to apply sunblock every 2 hours to my face, my neck, my arms, anything that would be in contact with the sun, and later on including my legs. So thankfully for myself, I was able to remain unsunburned and probably just get a reasonably nice tan and enjoy myself instead of getting in after 7 hours and having my next day, yesterday, be complete hell because I would be incredibly sunburned if I was not smart enough to wear sunblock. So if you are ever in that scenario, either fishing or going out somewhere for an extended period of time in the sun, highly would recommend wearing sunblock because it'll save your life from the pain of experiencing severe sunburn like I did. So just a heads up for that. Now, again, not being fishing for 5 years now, I actually forgot how nice it is, considering the fact that I'm just on a boat with two mates, surrounded by a few other boats with some of my other mates on it, and just sitting there waiting for fish to catch my bait. Now, I'm a reasonably patient individual, and fishing is a patient game. So, in doing so, I was able to kind of understand the level of patience that is required when fishing, because In the beginning, I'd say within the first hour of us fishing, hour and a half, we were catching fish every 5 minutes. And, well, at least getting nibbles and bites and fish on our hooks, even if they were sometimes small enough we'd have to chuck them back. But still, that's what happened. But then it wasn't until later on, following after I'd say 4 hours, so maybe halfway through, where that really started to slow down, and we were sitting there for a good 15, 20 minutes without even getting a single nibble, and constantly having to check our bait to make sure that they didn't just grab and run. But overall, it was a very enjoyable experience, and just the calm of it is something that I would definitely enjoy doing again. Maybe not for 7 hours, but nevertheless, I would very much enjoy going out there and fishing again, because I just forgot how enjoyable it is. And even if I was just like sitting on a boat with a fishing rod in my hand waiting for the fish to come and go for it, I still had two other crewmates that I enjoyed talking to. So it's more kind of like a patient waiting game, but also if you have people there to talk to, then it's a very enjoyable experience just because we were out of work. So I got to talk to them about stuff that didn't involve our work whatsoever, just stuff about them and things they did. And because they were both experienced fishermen, at least way more than I was. So they helped me out a lot, specifically with just grabbing the fish, unhooking them, putting bait on, um, wheeling my line down and making sure to keep my thumb on the line so it doesn't bundle up into a nest of wire, which I did by accident, so I kind of feel bad for that, but it got fixed, so thank God for that. But more or less, just the overall, I very much enjoyed my time fishing, and it was definitely something that I would do again if I got the chance to. Maybe again, not for as long, but definitely something that I would do. And if you are somebody that's gone fishing recently, or is somebody who does fishing frequently, I'd like to know just your kind of thoughts on your first time fishing and kind of what it's like to just go out fishing on a constant basis, and just your thoughts on it and your experience, because I'd really like to know. So, yep, that's about it. So I really hope that whoever's watching this enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks.